Welcome to your power flow practice. In today's practice, we are going to move mindfully and build heat. But let's begin today in a child's pose. Taking the knees wide if it's available, and I welcome you to find a little bit of movement as you walk the hands forward and release into this shape. Allowing these first few breaths to invite a sense of grounding into the body. To offer up an opportunity for a little check-in. Maybe scanning through the body, maybe scanning through the mind. Noticing where you're at in this moment. And maybe acknowledging what would best serve you in this practice today. Maybe that's getting curious about how you can nourish your body. Maybe that's mindfully building heat and releasing tension, anxiety, stress of the mind, creating space for a little bit of ease once you leave your mat and return to the world. Whatever it is your body, your mind, maybe even your soul is craving in this moment, take the next 3 breaths to sit with that need, to sit with the acknowledgement of the need. And as we progress through the practice, allow it to close the gap and to meet whatever that need is. Letting you leave your mat feeling nourished and balanced today. Slowly begin to walk your hands off the right side of your space. Lengthening out, feeling a nice side body stretch, continuing to send the bum down towards the heels. Slowly release back through center, this time taking the hands off the left side of your space. Whew, maybe a little crack in your back as you do. And even in these first few moments, these first few movements, beginning to tune in, to be curious, to be quiet as to any messages the body is giving you. Slow release back to center. This time coming onto all fours. Tuck the toes, draw the knees in, landing beneath the hips. Beginning to cycle through some gentle cow-cat movement. Maybe getting a little bit playful here, bringing in additional movements. Maybe that's dropping the hips to one side, then the other. Kind of a slow wag. One more round here. Come back to center, pause here. Take the hands a little bit closer to the body and then begin to make some gentle circles. You might tuck the toes here. You might keep the tops of the feet connected to the mat. And gently moving through the other direction. Knowing if this sensation is too much or if it's not enough, you can adjust the intensity of this by adjusting the placement of the hands. And even if it feels good, you might experiment with that. You might take the hands forward a hair, see how that feels. Maybe taking them closer. Call this a little walk the pause. Named by me right now. Awesome. Now releasing the fingertips in the direction of the knees. They might be close, you might have a lot of space. Gently begin to sink the bum back in the direction of the heels. Feel that nice extension, nice little stretch in the forearms, one of my most favorite. Again, you might come back to that wagging movement, shifting the hips from side to side, dropping one shoulder, then the other. You might even take your gaze out towards the heel as you do this. So dropping that right shoulder, taking your gaze towards the right heel, coming back through center, taking the gaze towards the left heel. Maybe just sinking back. Release the hands, draw the big toes to connect at the back of your mat. Tuck the toes, spread the feet wide. Sinking back onto the toes, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Finding a toe squat with the knees released to the ground. Interlace the fingers. Woo! Roll out the wrists. If you don't have blocks handy already, you might grab one. We're going to use them for a little bit of fun core stuff at some point throughout. If you don't have one or something block shaped, you'll be fine. You can work harder imagining. Release, let the toes go. Wiggle some life back into them. And then taking the hands forward, slowly root through the feet, send the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. One more breath here, landing in this shape. Taking any movement that feels good to arrive. Slowly walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Find a little bit of movement here as we land in this fold. Hands might stay connected to the earth, or maybe you take them to opposite elbows. Ragdoll, my favorite. Notice if you're gripping or tensing anywhere, if you have space to release, invite that softening. Let the hands go if you've taken them to opposite elbows. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Step one foot, then the other back, landing in a high plank. From the toes or from the knees. Landing here, hugging everything into center. Pausing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees to the mat. We're coming back into this tabletop position, cycling through some bird dog movements. Beginning by extending the left arm, right leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, rounding through center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. This time, inhale, lengthen out. Right leg to the side, right elbow to the left arm to the side. Inhale, expand. And as you exhale, draw into center. Inhale, lengthen out, back to the side. Exhale, center. Final time here. Inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale, extend, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Reset, maybe shake it out. Coming to the other side, extending the left leg, right arm. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Right arm comes to the side, right leg to the side. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Maybe lifting 1 inch higher, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Grab your block, place it at the top of your mat. And if you don't have one, that's okay. That's no problem. But place it there, and then when you're ready, press back, downward facing dog. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Feet meet the hands, top of your mat. Inhale, expand and rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step 1 foot, then the other back. Pausing here in high plank. From this high plank, you might take the feet out a little bit wider. I like to just to stabilize my base as we move through this. Looking to not rock, keeping everything as center and as engaged as possible. Finding taps to our block for a count of 10, beginning by taking the left hand to the block for 1, right to the block for 2, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bonus 6 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Take the feet back in hip distance. Slow release forward to low plank. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog. Deep cleansing breath here. Rinse it out one more time. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, I'll turn this way. Finding a tree pose, rooting through the left foot. Taking the sole of the right foot to the calf or to the inner thigh, wherever feels best. Softening in that standing leg. Find that focal point, set your drishti gaze. And you might stay here, you might keep the hands at heart center. Maybe you're feeling spicy, you take them to a cactus or a Y. You might take the gaze to the sky. Or you might even find an additional challenge closing down the eyes. Probably thinking, what? How is it harder if I can't see? Just kidding. It's obviously harder if we can't see. But then our super senses kick in, right? So if we just practice with our eyes closed consistently, we'll probably have better balance. Okay, draw your hands through heart center if you've extended them. And then slowly release the knee, draw it up through center. If it's available, take hold of the knee, draw it in towards the body. So we're finding a standing, kind of a standing wind relieving pose. And together we all think, boy, this is nice on our back. Awesome, slow release. Cross the leg over your standing leg, sinking back to a standing figure four. Sinking back. Whoo. Whoo. One more breath. Awesome. Inhale, slow rise up, gently release. Let it go. Wiggle life into your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Heel toe the feet out just wide enough to sink down, maybe coaxing your body down into Yogi Squat. Finding some movement if that feels good. It always feels good for me to find movement sitting down. And just notice what's talking to you in your body here. Where are you feeling this at? Is it the hips? Is it the ankles? Maybe the feet? Maybe the shins? Maybe the back? Maybe the arms? Maybe the toes? Landing here. Again, remembering if you're using the elbows to drive open the knees, think about that nice counter movement. So thinking about not only connecting the hands to heart center, actively pushing into the knees, but at the same time using the knees to push into the arms. And you might even experiment with that. If your default is kind of just to arrive in the shape, really think about engaging that counter movement and notice how that sensation might change. Awesome. Slowly release the hands. Draw the heels, draw the feet back in beneath the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Finding tree pose on the other side, whatever that looks like. Rooting through your strong, stable leg. Rooting for your strong, stable leg. And just know these are challenging shapes. If you fall out of it, if I fall out of it, that's okay. It's a practice. And showing up is half the battle. Staying here, maybe extending the arms. Maybe getting right spicy and closing the eyes. Whoo! One more breath. Amazing. If you've released the hands up, slowly draw them back through heart center. Guide your knee up. Guide your knee up. Finding that standing wind relieving pose. If you have to tap your foot down, that's okay. If you have to let your foot come down and linger for a while, that's okay too. Slow release. You know where we're headed. Cross that foot over. Sinking back. Standing figure 4. Whew. We're praying here, we're praying here. We got this. One more strong breath. Slowly rise up, release. Shake some life into that cold dead leg. No, just kidding. Meet at the top of your mat. Inhale, extend up. This time maybe finding a gentle back bend. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop back, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg extends long behind you. Draw the heel to the bum, open up the hips and create 3 big circles here. And maybe if big circles aren't calling to you, then you create 3 small circles in each direction. Extend the leg long behind you. Pause here. Then draw the knee in towards the nose. Pause, connecting knee to nose if available for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, extend all the way back. Draw the heel to the bum. Stay here with the hip open or flip your dog. Feet are parallel. Hips are driving up. Maybe taking a look at your back wall. Pausing here, one more breath. Slowly release, continuing to root through the left hand, finding a side plank. You might keep a knee down. You might stack the feet. Maybe you extend a leg. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Maybe all the shaking, that's okay. Landing here in our high plank, coming back to those blocked taps for 30. No, just kidding, for 10. Starting with the left hand for 1, for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release to your low plank. Inhale to upward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep cleansing breath here. This time we take the left foot, extend it, draw the heel into the bum, open the hip, and begin to create circles or circle-ishes. I think mine's more of a sad egg. That's okay too. Let your body land where it goes. And in the other direction, sad egg, other way. Release the foot down, land here, extend the leg long, then draw the knee to the nose, pausing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend back, heel to the bum, open up, staying here or flipping your dog. Pretty much feels like a break when we get to this point, hey? Engage everything, send the hips to the sky, pull everything to midline, holding here for one more strong breath. Gentle release. This time we root through the right hand as we open up to side plank. Whatever variation that is, maybe a foot's down, whew. Maybe the knee, maybe all the wobbling. You might lift a leg, maybe not. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gentle release. Back all the way to downward facing dog. One more breath here. Gaze to the top of your mat, step or hop to the top. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root through the hands, keep the left foot behind the left wrist. Step the back foot back to a 45. Rise up, warrior 1. Checking in, pull the pit of the belly in. If you notice that knife edge peeling up, send it down. Then slowly draw the hands through heart center. Take the weight gently into the front leg, coming into a warrior 3 variation. You might stay here. You might extend the arms out. You might release the arms back. One more breath. Slowly draw the hands to heart center. Release the back foot back to your warrior 1. Arms extend to the sky. And with an exhale, draw the hands behind the back. Open up through the heart center. Draw the shoulders down and back. Inhale to expand through the chest. And as you exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, slow rise up. And exhale, humble. One more time. Inhale, gently rise up. Exhale to fold. This time as you inhale, gently release the hands, extend them overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, arms extend overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, just like that. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. This time, keeping the right foot planted behind the right wrist. Step the left foot back to a 45. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Checking that the core is engaged. One more breath. Slowly draw the hands through heart center. Begin to shift the weight into your front foot as you come into your warrior 3 variation. Staying wherever it feels good. Feels good to stay here, stay here. Feels good to release the arms, release the arms. Hands come back through heart center, and release the foot back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come behind the back, opposite pinky on top if you can remember. It's probably the one that feels funny. And then inhale to expand through the chest. Exhale to fold. Right shoulder inside the right knee or in the direction of the right knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, final time here. Exhale, fold. Almost final time. I guess we got to come up. Inhale, rise up. This time gently releasing. Extend the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart stand. Center, step the feet together. Inhale, rise all the way up with the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop back, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, continue to root through the hands and take the knees to a hover. So taking the knees to hover 1 inch above the mat, don't let them touch down. Hover here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the tailbone to the sky. Hovering again, dropping the knees 1 inch above the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extending to downward dog. Deep cleansing breath. Final time, take those knees to a hover, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the knees all the way down. Take the knees wide, press back, child's pose. Taking any movement that feels good here. And then rise up to a tabletop position, just long enough to transition into an inversion of your choice. That might be anything. You might join me in taking a forearm headstand. You might take a handstand, a forearm stand. If none of those are floating your boat, you might come to your back, send the feet to the sky, elevate the bum with a block beneath it, and find a waterfall. Just a reminder, if the forearm headstand is new for you, take your hand to the forehead, find where your middle finger lands, create a cradle for your head, draw the forearms in, so you're stacking your bones, and then as you press into and away from the earth, with that beautiful body cradle, slowly walk the feet in, stacking everything and gently lifting one foot, one leg, then the other. It helps if you smile. It's my rules, like the paw walk. Squeezing everything up and in, maybe finding movement. Maybe taking those crunches, drawing the knees to the chest. Gets a little harder to talk. And then extending. Knees slowly to the chest. And then extending. Let's take one more if you're moving through this with me. Knees to the chest. Slow extension. Holding here. One more breath. And then gently, with control, release all the way back to the mat. Coming back to our child's pose to reset. This time you might keep the arms extended out front, or you might stack the palms on top of one another. Rest the forehead on top. One more breath. Awesome. Slowly rise up. Come back to a tabletop position, just long enough to transition down onto your back. Taking hold of our very best prop, second only to the prop of our body. Taking hold of your block. Moving through a little bit of core movement, again, using this block, calling this presenting Simba. We're gonna do 15 presenting Simbas. So taking hold of your block, kind of your choice how you hold on to it here. And then rooting through the feet, trying to keep the feet connected if possible, either coming here to the crunch, lifting up, releasing down, or coming all the way up if available. So beginning here with the arms extended up, your choice how you move through this shape, but rising up for 1, slow lower down, rise up for 2, lower down. I like to exhale on the rise up, exhale on the work, inhale on the rest, but it's your choice how the breath lands for you. You can probably hear the Lion King song, right? The only one I'm thinking of is, can you feel the love tonight? I don't know what's romantic about this, but Hakuna Matata, we got 9 left, maybe 8. Let's do 9. We better not short ourselves here. For 8, for 7, for 6, for these final 5, let's slow it down a little bit more. So moving slow and controlled up, slow and controlled down. 4 more times. Slow and controlled up. Really feel your tailbone grind into your mat. That's what we're aiming for here. Final 2, you got this. Nice and slow. Whoop. And down. Last time presenting this baby cub from Pride Rock. All the way down. And release. We're not done with this little gem yet. Crowd favorite. Everybody get ready. Taking your legs to 90 degrees. Your choice what height you take the block on. We are going to be using both arms, so it might be well, maybe you can do it. If you got really slim arms, it might be easy to use on the highest setting, but I recommend using the medium or the low setting. The low will be more of a challenge, the medium less. You choose whatever is speaking to you. We're going to begin by taking the triceps to it. So kind of just below the elbows. Our hands are going to be tickling our ears. Landing here, chin to the chest, driving the back into the mat, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Now we take the forearms to it. A little prayer to the top. We're going to pray this doesn't kill us. No, just kidding. We'll be fine. Holding here for 10. And if this is too much, you can take the head to the mat. You can lower the legs a little bit or lift the legs higher. Make it work for you. But holding here, chin to chest if available. Driving the back into the mat. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower all the way down. We'll finish with one final block with the move, keeping the left leg at 90 degrees, extending the right leg out long. Left arm will release beside the body. Right elbow comes to the block. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Slow release, switch. Almost done here. Driving home. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way to the ground. Release your block. We're done with that little gym for now. Connect the soles of the feet, Supta Baddha Konasana. 2 deep breath here. One more. From here, keeping the soles of the feet connected, lifting up into a bridge. You might keep the back of the arms driving into the mat. Maybe release the hands down. It's really your choice where the hands land. I like to at least have my triceps connected to root into. And then keeping the feet connected, lifting the hips up to the sky, holding here. Sometimes it's nice to feel, make sure it's working. Squeeze your bum, lift your hips. Draw those feet into one another. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final push here. Small pulses up. So just a small pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top as high as you can. Press the feet together. Drive the hips up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Ha. Lower down. Draw the knees into the chest. Gentle movement side to side. Soles of the feet head towards the sky, finding a happy baby shape. Hands might come to the outsides, insides of the feet. Maybe it feels good to bind the big toes with the peace fingers. You might stay here. It might feel good to extend one leg, then the other, maybe both. Gently release all the way down, maybe taking inventory of what's behind you. We're gonna move through 2 rounds of shoulder stand to plow. Know if these aren't for you, find a waterfall, or if you have access to a wall, just come to the wall, take a legs up the wall. We'll take the first round for 3 to 4 breaths and then stay in the second round for a nice long slow 5 breath count. So coming into your shoulder stand. I like to take these back to back, and it takes the pressure off of the first round, especially for plow. Then just know you have more space to explore additional depth in the second round, especially if you haven't done it for a hot minute. It's nice to gently remind the body of the shape. Slowly release in the direction of plow. You might even take a generous bend in the knees in this first round. Remember to breathe. Slow release back to shoulder stand. And when you're ready, coming to plow. Draw the knees towards the chest, root through the hands as you gently release. One slow vertebrae at a time. All the way to the mat. Plant the soles of the feet about hip distance apart. And then gently release the knees from side to side. One more time each side. Coming back through center, draw the left knee in towards the chest, extend the right leg long, supine twist to the right. Making any adjustments to keep the shoulders heavily weighted down. Maybe staying here with the bottom leg extended, or you might draw the heel to the bum, take hold of the foot with the left hand. And if neither of these options are calling to you, finding a twist that is. Gently unwind, release back to center, first the gaze, then the body follows. Reset the hips, plant the soles of the feet, lift the bum, draw the back into the mat, pause here, one full breath. Really, when you're in that twist, I like to think, we think a lot about breathing into our belly, but I really like to think about breathing wide in the back body, especially when we're in the twist. It really deepens the sensation for me, and I hope for you too. Release the left leg, twisting to the left hand connects to the right knee. Thinking about your back being exposed and really thinking about sending that breath wide through the back body. Staying here, maybe connecting the right hand to the left foot. Gentle release. This time as you come back to center, extending long, releasing the arms overhead, lengthening from fingertips right to your toes, taking any final movement that feels good. And when your body is ready, nourished, releasing the feet to the bottom corners of your mat, arms fall beside your mat, palms face up. Full deep breath in, thinking about filling the belly, thinking about expanding through the back. And as you let it go, relax, release fully. Shavasana. Linger here in this shape as long as your day, as long as your space allows. But if you're ready to move along with your day, close your practice with me. Gently awaken the body through easy movement in the fingers and the toes. Draw one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Full breath in. And slow breath out. Slowly begin to walk the heels in towards the body. Chin draws to the chest as the knees come towards the torso. Hands to the thighs. Slow rock and roll up and down the spine. Coming to meet in an easy seated position. Hands draw through heart center. And pausing here to close our practice with 3 full deep breaths. On these 3 breaths, bringing gratitude into the body for ourselves for showing up, gratitude to one another for practicing together, and gratitude to our community. Full breath in, and slow breath out. Twice more. Thank you so much for landing on your mat and sharing space, building some heat with our buddy, the block. Have the best day.